Good morning from Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. We're located here at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. I'm your host, Don Acevedo, and my co-host, Mark Stoudemeyer, who's off stage right now, but he'll be up here in just a minute. Today is Wednesday. March the 19th, 2025. Is that right?
26.
Oh, 20 what?
26.
Oh, I forgot to change it. I'm sorry, 26. Today's March 26, 2025. I forgot to change it on the computer.
That was a week early.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, the weather today is 62 degrees with clear skies. The high today is supposed to reach 71 degrees, a beautiful day in the upstate. The low will be 48 degrees with no chance of rain this afternoon, a cool day in the upstate. And always remember those in the path of those wildfires that we've been having. They're kind of heading this way, so keep those that had to evacuate and those that has had their homes burned, just keep them in your thoughts and prayers as we move on. Anyway, if you would like to sponsor our show, just give us a call. There's no charge. Just give us a call here at 864-376-1482. Our shout outs go to Jane, Heather, Josh, Carter, Blaine, Hampton, Hudson, Kinsey, Kim, and Blakely, Josh and Blakely, and Grant and Sylvia, and Heidi, and Charlie, and Harper, and a longtime friend of mine from Florida, Mr. David Hall, down in South Florida. Hey, David, hope you're watching today. Anyway, always loving our son Martin, who you can see in the screen behind us. We sure do miss him. Here at Breazeale's, we have music lessons all week. Well, 3 days a week. We teach fiddle, classical fiddle, mandolin, bass, guitar, banjo, and here's one of our banjo. Are going to be adding another banjo teacher to the program here sometime in the future here coming up. Mandolin, guitar, banjo, anything with a string on it, we teach it. We have the best instructors in the upstate by far, in my opinion. For more information, you can call me at 864-376-1482. Please click on the subscribe button below. If you're watching, you'll see a little white box that says subscribe. Hit that button to subscribe for our channel. You can also follow us on social media pages, YouTube, Facebook. If you go to Facebook, it's under Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, and if you're on Instagram, under BG Bluegrass. Click below to subscribe. We sell hats, shirts, mugs. We sell instruments, fiddles, mandolins, guitars, bass, banjos, pretty much anything with a string on it, we sell it. We even have a one-string banjo, I guess you'd call it. It's called a tomato sauce banjo. Got one string. These guys can probably play it. I know Mark can play it. It's a pretty cool instrument. Have you seen it, Fred?
Canjo.
Yeah, he's seen it. Yeah, I'll get him to play it for you in a little bit. By the way, they're going to do some music here in a little bit, so make sure you stick on the tube here. Our sponsor today is Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. So we're a sponsor for today. Probably the next few weeks we'll sponsor the show. It doesn't cost anything to sponsor. We just advertise whatever business that you have. If you'd like to sponsor, you can call me at 864-376-1482, and we'll be glad to talk about whatever your business is. Doesn't have to be music, anything you want to talk about. Sponsor, we'll talk about it. Anyway, let me make an announcement here. We got an event coming up. It's called the Headin' Home Fest, October 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 2025. It's got a great lineup, Little Roy and Lizzie Show, Retro 78, Willie Wells of the Blue Ridge Mountain Grass, and of course the host band, Headin' Home, Carson Peters and Iron Mountain, and a bunch more. So put that on your schedule. You can buy a day ticket, or you like to camp out. They have a campground there. You can set up and camp out. It's just a wonderful family event, and if you go to their website, you can. It's called Heading Home Fest. You can see what it costs for daily tickets or for the whole weekend. So put that on your calendar. Make sure you get there. I think Mark and I are going to try to maybe go for a day. I think. Anyway, today our guest, good friend, awesome musician, and I just can't say enough about this guy. He's a great guy. His wife is a great person. She's a picker too. She plays the bass, and he's taught her well. Let me tell you, she's really good. And actually, last Saturday we got her to come up and sing a song with us, and she does a good job singing. They're wonderful people, good musical family, except the son don't want to play music. You know, he's not a musician. That's just like Christian Scott Benson, you know. She's got a son, he's real big, he's probably 17 now. And he has no interest in playing any kind of instrument. And here you got mom and dad who are the best musicians in the country. He's a fisherman. All he likes to do is fish. And that's okay. That's okay. But anyway, these folks are great people. Luann's a great person. When I see him come in the door, my face lights up. 'Cause he can't make it every Saturday, but he tries to come when he can. Anyway, without further ado, Mr. Fred Breazeale, welcome to the show. Good morning,
right,
Fred.
Good morning.
Yeah.
It's always great to be here.
Yeah, good. You're going to talk about some stuff, huh?
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on. So shout out to Luann. I've been playing.
Yeah.
I actually got kind of serious about playing the bass. Well, I say got serious, but I wound up getting her a little junior size bass.
Yeah.
For Christmas, and so she's been playing a lot, and
Yeah.
got her hands to where she's walking through the scales, and
Yeah.
the bing bong bing, she kind of gets tired of those and wants to do a little bit more. So she's a flute player, played flute in high school.
Oh, really?
And the flute, you know, the
Yeah.
play like this. Well, that's kind of the same setup as you're playing the
Oh,
bass
yeah.
like this. So she said it kind of does the same thing, except you don't have to worry about breathing. You hold your breath.
Yeah.
You play the notes. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So,
And you taught her, right? How to,
well, we start with some I'll say the bluegrass hymnal kind of
Yeah.
Blue Ridge Cabin Home, and then
Yeah.
I get a chance. So there's some songs that I call them jam busters. These are kind of like the Alan Monday, where there's incredible musician, incredible banjo player, guitar player. But his songs are a little more bouncing between chords, and you don't just get in the middle of a jam and say, all right, we're going to play
Yeah.
Lady of Spain, or
Yeah.
this that has 5 or 6, 7 different chords to it.
Yeah.
So she enjoys those. A lot of minor chords and
Yeah.
a lot of movement. So
Yeah.
I get a chance to play those where I normally got to find people to play those songs, and now I
Yeah.
get to play them all the time. So we're having a good time doing that, and she's playing about every night.
So you guys play together at home? Oh, that's
Yep.
great.
And that's where our son, he goes, I hear enough bluegrass. I don't need to play this stuff.
Yeah.
he hears it. And he said, all right. He said, there's probably a pretty good chance we got some food in the house here. So he
Yeah.
comes out and says,
Yeah.
what's to eat, and gets him a snack and
Yeah.
gets back in.
Oh, that's cool.
We've got him to record a few times, video
Yeah.
tape us, but that's about as close as he gets to playing.
Yeah.
So
We need to bring him to the store one night. I'd like to meet him.
we I'll need to get him down here.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. So Mark Stoudemire will be up here in a little bit. Come on up, Mark. And I'm gonna let these two. In my opinion, these are two of the best musicians around. They know stuff way above my head, so I'm gonna let Mark and excuse me, Mark and Fred do some back and forth chatting, and I think they're gonna do a little picking too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Come on up, Mark.
You want to go first and then we'll talk?
Well, we can talk first.
Okay.
Pick first.
Yeah.
We can pick a song.
Mark with his new ukulele bass here. he had it custom built, and he had extra 2 strings.
6 strings. It's a 6-string.
So normally they're 4 string.
Normally they're 4
So
strings.
you had 2 strings.
Like that one.
Yeah, you had 2 strings
I
added.
had 2 added strings.
Nice
A
instrument.
C note above and a B note below.
I heard he was gonna get a 7-string, but they ran out of strings at the factory.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. And you notice he didn't want no frets put in there,
Oh, wow.
because show him why.
Well, I had him put the dots right on the frets. I didn't want frets because I wanted to see what you can do without the frets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get
Yeah.
middle sound.
Kinda like the violin.
Kind of like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying it out. We've got he'll put frets in it later if you want. The slots are there.
Oh,
He
okay.
put the dots right on the slot, so I know exactly where to get the right tone as if I had a fret.
Yeah.
Well, that's
There's a really good, well, there's some great bass players, but, Paul Simon, did a recording years and years ago, Graceland. And the bass player is from Zimbabwe, played the frontless bass and some great stuff on that. Kind of getting off the bluegrass,
Yeah,
but it,
yeah.
it all, it's all
Yeah,
music.
yeah, it's all music, yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Forbes of Seneca, halfway between Seneca and Clemson's where he lives, he built this.
Wow.
And he's
Yeah.
a ukulele maker. This is the first bass he made, a ukulele bass, but he makes beautiful ukuleles of all sizes. He's got baritones,
Yeah.
tenors, and concerts in the standard, well, maybe the standard little uke.
Yeah,
But he's fantastic bass
yeah,
maker.
he's got a cool shop under his house.
He did this out of
Cool luthier
Coldwood.
shop, yeah.
It's really a
Oh,
nice
that's really nice.
thing with herringbone. I wanted him to kind of copy a Martin herringbone D28, so he's
Show
got
him the back.
herringbone around the edges, and
That's really pretty.
that's pretty koa, book match koa from Hawaii.
Yeah.
Big heavy maple neck on it. Okay, we need to talk about something that's gonna happen Saturday here.
Yeah, I had some more questions about your, where you get strings for that, because you can't just
Yeah.
walk in the shop and say, I want to.
Yeah.
He found them online, and we had to kind of, the C string here is really a G string that's tuned way up high.
Okay, okay.
Hopefully it'll last, but yeah, you can find strings for them online. I don't know if the music stores locally would have them, but you can find a whole variety of different sets for the
Yeah,
Gold Tone, of course, makes them, so they've got some. Kala's probably got some because they make them.
Cool, cool.
yeah, that's nice.
Thank you. We got a big event Saturday. Tell the folks about that.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, tell him, Fred.
so Saturday, well, at the store, they have the slow jam, so, it's kind of for folks, twice a month on Monday, it's kind of hit and
Usually
miss.
on Monday. We don't have a set schedule, but we pre-announce them a week or so in advance.
And so it's for the folks that kind of just getting starting to play, or they've been playing a while and they don't want to play in the big. I mean,
Yeah.
this place gets packed. I mean, it
Yeah.
like packed is, well, I'll say it's not packed.
No.
It's busy. So
Not
Yeah,
this
busy.
local.
it's below the fire marshal standards.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but you know, a lot of times they'll have people just say, "Hey, let's play such and such," and you may know it, you may not know it, but so the slow jam, they'll say, "Okay, here's some basic songs we're going to start off with, well-known songs, and work on breaks of those, so everyone can kind of." Get an opportunity to play, and it's kind of at a reduced speed, so not just playing wide
Yeah.
open. I'll say a little more controlled environment.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times what happens is you want to play with folks that are, I'll say, similar in your interest and ability. So that you know, have a good time. Well, there's a pretty good, about 10, 15, give or take.
Yeah, usually we get around a dozen per night, occasionally less.
So, but-
Probably be more Saturday, I expect.
Yep. So normally what happens is, you know, we'll say, here's a song, and they're just kind of sitting in the chairs and kind of going through. And well, what we're going to do this Saturday, 11:30?
11:30 till 2.
11:30 to 2, is they've submitted, well, I say, some folks have said in, hey, here's some songs I want to lead. And so they're going to kind of take the lead on that. It could be a banjo break. It could be like 9 Pound Hammer. It could be I'll Fly Away. They just know the banjo break. So we'll say, okay, well, who knows the words to it, can sing it. And it's kind of like that, we'll say band scramble, but not really. I mean, everybody knows everybody. So what's the matter? All right, it says, here's a banjo player that, so-and-so's going to lead it, going to play banjo. Who knows the words to it? And we'll find someone that knows the words for that song. And normally what happens is they're sitting down and kind of, well, we're going to have them kind of make groups up, call a band scramble, and get up, and then they'll perform. We'll say perform, but they'll be up here, and everyone else will be standing back there. So usually what happens is when they're sitting down, they'll nail it. I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you get up here and you got everybody just kind of watching you.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's my name? Kind of like.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, everyone's backed up against the wall here because they keep getting that thing. They try to get as far away from it as possible.
Yeah.
So, but it'll, we're going to be among all friends here, and if you hit a wrong note,
It doesn't matter.
We call it jazz and keep moving. Make sure you hit it twice.
Call it
So,
jazz and keep moving. I like it.
So that's kind of what we're going to do, and it won't be like the cold, just all right, you kind of get up and play. We'll probably try to break up in some groups and say, okay, well, here's a group, and you guys are going to play these 3 or 4 songs, so they can kind of prep. So we'll have a little time before we get up. Hopefully, they can decide, and if they want to stand, if they want to sit, because that's a whole nother way of playing too. If you sit down the whole time when you're playing, and all of a sudden, well, I'm just going to go up and stand. Well, everything is in
It's a little different with a strap.
And
I have trouble with my banjo because I got a little bit of a belly here, you see. So when I play my banjo kind of sticks out like this. So I'm having to lean over.
It's on the shelf, Doc.
Yeah, it's on the shelf, Mark said. But it's tougher standing up. If you've always played sitting down, you get up, it's a little different.
So it's funny you said that, because what happened with me was our son is 25, played a bunch, I'll say 25 years ago. Well, I was in a lot better shape, a lot less, and when I had the banjo, it laid pretty much flat against my stomach. Well, it expanded a little bit. I don't know. I keep telling Luann she's leaving my pants in the dryer too long, but anyway, so I started playing again, and the banjo wound up, instead of doing this number, mine was, I had it hanging a little lower. Well, it was kind of almost facing the floor a little bit. I had that angle. What is going on with this thing here? The neck is kind of everything going towards the floor. So
actually, I got to adjust my strap because my banjo's down here kind of.
Yeah.
If I get it up here, it's a little bit better for me.
Yeah. So that's.
So I got to adjust my strap,
But yeah, so it is definitely different sitting down and then standing up playing, and then also if you got somebody just kind of watching you, it's kind of like if you try to record something, and that is a humbling experience. And if you're just playing, like, that's pretty good. I think I nailed that one. And you hit record, and next thing you know is like, what? I started off one speed, and I know this part really good. It sped up, and here's a part I'm kind of working on. And all of a sudden, it slows down. And during this little, 15, 20 second thing, you've switched gears 3 or 4 times. And maybe left out a couple beats here and there, and so but it'll be fun. That's kind of what we're looking at.
And that's this Saturday.
This Saturday.
At what time?
11:30 to 2 o'clock.
11:30 to 2 o'clock. So even if you haven't been a part of it, come on and join us.
Welcome to come. We'll have a few refreshments as long as supplies last, as they always say in the cereal boxes and stuff.
Well, it's kind of we'd planned on doing it during the Christmas time, and things just kind of got away from us. So it's our we'll call it the pre-festival get together or something like that. But it's
this is a belated Christmas
that
party.
capo.
Really, it's a belated Christmas party.
Yeah.
By the way, we have some of these guitar capos, and we got some banjos coming in. Not many though. We got this guitar capo. It's purple and orange, Clemson colors. So if you're interested, you call me at 864-376-1482. We got plenty of them. Or you come by the store at 5109 Liberty Highway, and I'll make sure you get one. They're still in the package and stuff. Really nice, very well done. These are called Page capos, and Brian and Lisa do a great job making all their capos. So come by and see us.
And these will actually work on the banjo too. So
Oh, yeah.
I'll use this so every now and then I'll play in the key of C, and depending on what song it is, sometimes I'll just play the open C. But if you want to get that, I'll say that Terry Balkin, that song like ba da da, that real pounding driving banjo, I'll use this capo, and it works. It'll work on the. So I've got one banjo that's got a radius neck. It works on that.
Oh, really?
And I've got another one that's the Stelling is the flat fretboard, and it works on there also. So, but these are kind of nice to have now. And I was.
Can you use that on the 7th fret? I've seen Doug Dillard used to put them on the 7th fret to play in D.
Yep.
So
you
that big one will probably work on the 7th fret too.
Yeah, because these are really for the guitar. They're really nice because you can put it on your guitar, and when you're not using it, put it up to the over the nut, so you don't have to take it off and chance of losing it.
Yeah.
Just if you're at a jam session, just kind of keep an eye on it. The one thing about these that is really nice is that orange and purple. They're real easy to spot.
Yeah.
So that part's really nice there.
Yeah.
Okay, Fred, before we play,
No.
have you talked about your books yet?
Oh no, I haven't.
Talk a little bit about your books,
Yeah.
and then about you're going to start teaching here, maybe I hear.
Yep. So
Set up some lessons.
I put together a couple, I'll say, booklets or some tabs that I've used. I've got one here that in color Clemson orange here.
Yeah.
And this is one we did. It's a backup banjo series, and it's kind of based around. I'll say years and years ago, was out at South Plains College with Alan Monday, and fantastic time. But kind of put together stuff that from my notes that he had showed me, I guess almost 40 years ago now. But here's some rolls. So got that. So again, so you don't have to memorize everything.
Yeah.
And I'm finding out, you kind of like you put it down, 20 years, 10 years. Now it's getting shortened. If I put it down for a week, maybe the afternoon, in morning time till the evening, I'll forget it,
Yeah.
But it just shows some basic rolls, and then some slides and some hammer-ons, those kind of things. Nothing real, I'll say crazy that, like the Scott Vessel, these knuckle buster kind of flying all, they're pretty standard. And then the other thing I've been working on here recently is this, I call it the study of Terry Balkin's banjo style. So unfortunately he passed away this last year.
Yeah.
And I didn't see anything that was here's a compilation of his banjo solos, and it's some incredible banjo techniques and styles, and they called him the Duke of Drive because it was like just bap 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 when he was playing, and you could walk by, you hear him on the radio, and you're like, that's Balkin, because you just hear that pounding drive on the banjo, and even on the slow stuff. So been working on that, and then I've got the tabs. So if you want tabs, I've got a new email set up that's 5stringfred@gmail.com. So it's the number 5stringfred. So at gmail.com. So or get up with Don here at the store, and he can get up with me. But there's a PDF, so I'm still working on some of the arrangements, updating. Because some days I was tabbing them out, some days were better than others. So I'm kind of, I got to run. They're pretty close. Some of them are really close. Some are, I'll say, pretty close. It's
a great book. I got it up.
Hard to get a lot of them perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, and especially with the way he's doing the timing and the pull offs and all that kind of stuff. It's.
Now, are you going to do lessons here in the future, maybe?
That's what we're talking about,
Yeah.
carving out a day, kind of come down and, doing some lessons, and then it can go anywhere from, I'll say, mainly I'll say it's probably gonna be the, beginner, intermediate, a lot of the folks
Yeah.
that are, you know, I'll say advanced players or kind
Yeah.
of look at the tabs and figure it out, or they're on YouTube, so.
Yeah.
But, look at, you know, definitely look at Earl Scruggs kind of playing.
Yeah.
JD Crow.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I want to ask you to do a lesson, we'll get you some compensation on how to, for us computer dummies, 5 minutes we need to play, I think.
Yeah,
On how us computer dummies can learn to use Tabble Edit, because open your book,
oh, yeah,
just kind of show how beautiful your tabs are. And
Yeah,
that's
so
done on
it's-
Tabble Edit, right?
yep.
Yeah.
And you
And-
could put the notation, if you want to put musical notes and everything, you can do everything. And I just can't
Well, that's
seem to
a
get
lot of
started
work.
on that, and you can teach it.
Yeah, it's, well, I know, I'll say the basics on getting it from there into,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
getting it to print out, that was a whole nother,
Yeah.
cause it was, well, I'll just say it.
Okay,
It looked
folks.
good, but
I think we're gonna do a little, or they're gonna do a little picking for you. So I hope you enjoy this.
Just play some standard, so I'll know it.
yeah. Let's do a 9-pound hammer.
Got that, folks.
Very good. 2 minutes.
All right, we gotta do another one. We got
Time
two
for
more.
one more. at
Yeah,
least.
we'll close out with this one, I
You
guess.
know what, Doug's tune goes to D,
D minor.
goes to D. You playing that one?
Right, I'll back out if
It,
I
it goes
get.
to D, do, do, do. D.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, well, we hope you enjoyed that picking, and there's more to come, so stay tuned. And you can always look us up here Wednesday morning, 11 a.m. We're always live here, so we always talk about what's coming up, who's going to pick, all the events coming up, our teachers. We got excellent teachers. We got the best. We got the best in the room. The only one missing is Charles Wood. So those are the best, in my opinion. I
He's a
think
good one.
everybody else's opinion. These are the best in the music business. So bye-bye, folks.
Bye.
Bye.